So I start the show with a joke. I've used this before, but I like it so much I had to run it back.
Okay.
There was a lady who is married to a cheapskate. Okay,
All
he's
right.
super cheap. And in fact, he says in his will that he wants to be buried with $500,000. It's all his. No one, not even his wife, kids, no one has the right to that. I want to be buried with $500,000.
Wow. Okay.
So he passes away before her. And then a friend asks, "Hey, are you actually going to bury him with $500,000?" She's like, "Excuse me, I'm a Christian woman. I have to respect my husband." And so she wrote a check.
She's smart. I would too.
Let's go ahead and start the show. I got her. Got another one. All right. Welcome back, you beautiful academiacs, to the Urban Academia Podcast. I'm your host, Shay Zilla, as per usual. But enough from me. I want you guys to take a look over here, screen right. If I got my nomenclature down. Miss Venus joins us tonight. Sorry, Chulo Rich is out, but he'll be back hopefully next week. Please introduce yourself to the people, young lady.
Hello, my name is Venus, as he said. I am a high school educator by day and a singer songwriter every other moment of the day and night. So I'm excited to be here on Urban Academia.
Look at that. We love station identification. Thank you. She is a pro. Okay, she's a pro. So that's two fines. So the first question, Venus.
Yes.
Why the name? Where did it come from? What inspired you to be Venus instead of go by your government and what your mom and daddy named
That's a great question. Um, I put a lot of thought into that name, Venus. I did some research on the planet itself and the change of the planet over time, where the planet was once calm and it was very ideal circumstances, environment in this planet, and then it became volatile over time. Just a hot raging ball. So I love the planet Venus and the transformation that it went through, which is kind of similar to where our country is going through it in the moment. So we're trying to get back to that stage of calmness, but we're going to have to go through some fire to get there. But the name Venus, also the other reason why I spell it with a 3 instead of an E, because the V represents the number 5. Um, and Venus backwards is sun 5, which 5 is my sun number. And I live my life by threes, which is why I use the 3, like the power of 3, Nikola Tesla 369. So there's a lot of thought that went into it, but
you. Two things I got from that. You said 369. Naturally, I thought, man, you fine. That
yeah,
is Little John. That is Little John's. Those are Little John's lyrics, right? Look them up out there. I want y'all to look that up. The
yes,
second thing that I got out of all of that, right, is calming. Is that what you said? Calming.
yes, from the planet itself, Venus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. I don't know, man. I hear the streets talk. I don't know, man. I think Venus is a little tougher than the calm, soothing spirit that you're trying to invoke now,
It
using all
it
the sun
it
signs.
started off that way, and now it has evolved. That's why I said it evolved into a raging ball. So, you know,
So you're trying to get back to the calm, the country at least.
no, I'm starting off. I'm just starting here. Like I'm really just starting. So that musically, my journey is just beginning. So you're getting a lot of the calm um, right now, but where my journey goes, I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up in as that ball of fire. That blazing star, like the sun. That we look at every day. So yeah.
Okay, I like it. I like it.
We'll
I
see.
like
We'll
it.
see.
Growing up in Fort Worth.
Uh-huh.
I'm in Fort Worth, Texas. How did the city influence your sound um, or create outlook?
Fort Worth. Oh, now, Fort Worth, the city itself, is heavy on the country music. So I grew up listening to country music because my mother, who is also from Barbados, they listen to a lot of country music overseas. And so I grew up on old country on her side. And then from my dad's side, and this is in the same household, I have country in one room, and I have R&B, Al Green, uh, Peebo Bryson, all those in another room. So I had an eclectic, um, round, well-rounded view of music because I also like people like Sade was my favorite singer coming up, Alanis Morissette. Um, as I got older, Chrisette Michelle, you know. So I had a very well-rounded influence of music that kind of shapes who I am today and the variety of genres that I sing myself.
Ooh, I like that. So this is part of a theory we had before, as far as we growing up in the internet age, right? I mean, you're younger than I am, but I remember actually the cell phone coming around, the internet,
Hmm.
all these things. So we were able to be exposed to many more genres.
Right.
Whereas before it was whatever, depending on your age, record,
Was hot.
8 track, cassette, CD, whatever was in the house.
Mhm.
So your parents had a multifaceted genre. Okay,
Correct.
I like that. I like that. And that inspires you. And it's funny enough, the producer here, my wife, she says that, man, it sounds like Sade. And I told you that before I even knew
Good.
that that was your favorite singer. So
Yes.
there you
YP was
go.
spot on. That's
She's
I would
got a
love
good
to
ear.
meet her one day and just talk to Sade. I mean, she's super dope.
Oh man, that would be amazing. But
Yeah,
yeah,
y'all should check out my on my YouTube channel. I actually did. I took Alicia Keys, who was another one of my favorite female artists. I took Alicia Keys and I did a mashup with Sade, No Ordinary Love. So that's on my YouTube. We'll talk about that later, but yeah.
and we will definitely get that posted that right there in the comments when it's is out live. Who were some of your? I mean, you talk about your earliest musical influences and how they show up in your music today. But what is it about today's music specifically that makes you want to cleave more to that than to try to mirror some of the more commercially, I guess, successful um, acts out there?
Uh, my desire to create timeless music. Um, I want my music to be more memorialized for being timeless and something that people can listen to for generations on, not just in the moment or whatever is hot right now, whatever the fad is. Um, there's a lot of artists that, like I mentioned before, like Al Green, that we listen to that that people are taking samples of their work and using it in modern day music.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something timeless. The Maxwells, the the Erica Badu's, the those people, the Jill Scotts, that kind of music is music that's going to outlive the artist. And so, MJs and those artists like that. So that's what I'm
Mm-hmm.
looking to create.
Oh my goodness. So those are some heavy hitters you listed. Do you ever feel like, oh, am I set my expectations too high? Does it ever rock your confidence at all? Or you're just like, I know where I'm going, and I'm going to just wake y'all up to the fact that I belong there.
Absolutely. Everything is a process. So I'm starting where I'm at, but there's a lot of growth to be had. And so where I'm at, I'm very comfortable where I'm starting. I think I'm starting at a good point. I already have a song with Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright is one of the most amazing artists I've met to date,
Wow.
and She was gracious enough to jump on a song that I wrote and perform that song and record it with me. She even told me, you remind me of a young Macy Gray. Um, and so again, I already know my place, and all I'm doing is just going to. I plan on just taking my journey and just as it comes, um, and wherever it leads, it leads.
Mm.
So whatever's meant to be will be. That's one of those things, as we said back in
Hmm.
the day, that my mom has always said that. And so I look forward to wherever that journey takes me.
Oh, I love that. Que sera, sera, as the song goes. Okay, you describe your music lyrics as resonating in 5D situations. What does that mean to you, and how do you tap into that energy consistently?
Just taking noises. So we're all, I believe heavily that we are all elements of the same thing, the same compounds. And so taking everything around, all the senses, like my very first song I wrote, what that I released was called Senses. And our five senses, six senses to be exact, and more that we haven't tapped into, but taking those elements and accompanying it in my music, from the production all the way to the vocals, is why I said 5D elements is just in giving people something to visualize while they're listening, something that they can taste because of the memories that they evoke, or the experiences that they had, the connection. It's all about the connection between myself and the listener.
Oh man. So you seem to be one of these, planet of lines, crystals, energy sort of people, right? How did you, if you don't mind, how did you grow up? Like, what were you exposed to as far as your spiritual or religious upbringing?
Well, both of my parents are Christians. I grew up my mother is Methodist, my father is Baptist. So I grew up in church. There came a point in middle school, throughout high school, where I was like, there's got to be more to this than this book. And a lot of things in this book don't align. So let me go find my way. So I used to go leave high school and then go to a bookstore on the south side of town called the Black Bookworm. And that's where I discovered a lot of my beliefs and my connection, my true connection with not religion, but um, the universe. And so, yeah, it just grew from there. And then just meeting people um, along the way that had similar beliefs and thoughts. And also just hearing now with social media, you get to hear so many people's, ideologies and various thoughts and their own experiences that kind of help shape, who we are and what we believe. So that's my thing. It all
Right.
started from Christianity, but it evolved into something greater to where I feel comfortable when I leave this place that I know, that I feel like I've learned what I was supposed to learn.
Interesting. So for you, it evolved. For me, I feel like I evolved into realizing that, like, Christ is King, Christ is the only way. And it was one of those things of like my pops and I were talking before about how all these different religions were just pieces of the same thing,
Hmm.
and they kind of believe in the same thing. And I think the craziest clapback I've heard to that is either that's a person who has not read the world's religions intimately, or they did so poorly that they believe that they all have that connection because they vehemently deny each other by, I guess, by its own nature, right? This person is saying, no, he didn't exist. This over here is, yep, he existed, but he was just a prophet. This person over here is like, aliens came down. You know what I mean? So they all kind of disagree with each other. So now I'm biased,
Hmm.
right? I grew up, I had my little journey away from it, and
Hmm.
then after kind of looking around, it was like, no, I think that's the best answer we have. I think the Bible is true. I believe, like, is a truth. I don't know how to say that. It's true. I believe it's true.
Okay.
I believe that we all are playing around with these things and we are feeling real things and we are just giving credit to something that's where we're kind of missing each other. Who do we give the credit to? We all feel the same feeling when we help someone and no one else is around, right? And then afterward, even during, you may feel like, ugh, this is a waste of time, or oh, I'm working so hard, or what, right? But
Hmm.
we all have that little tug on our heartstrings that says, that was great, that was good, right? So this is why I always go back to, you know, I'm going, Christ is king. That's all I got. You know what I mean? So all the energies and stuff, I do believe they all intertwine, but I think our understanding of those very ancient things are flawed. Does that make sense?
I get where you're coming from. Yeah. And that's, I think that's the basis of Christianity is what you're saying. It's the formal basis of that. And again, that's religion. I'm just, me personally, the religious thing, Christ, whatever whatever anybody believes, that he did not ask, you know, for us to form a religion, first of all, and so um, there's nowhere in the Bible that mentions that. So there's a lot of elements that I feel that the Bible states or that has been removed that we have to discover. Um, that so that there's not that's why we are so lost and we are so conflicting and we are so still searching, because there's things that have been altered or removed or changed or withheld. And so um, no one has the answers, no one has all the answers. um, and so I think that's why people are allowed to agree to disagree, because no matter what you say or what you believe, you don't have the answer. You don't. And um, and we none of us will know for certain until we cross that plane, that path. And so it's great to be able to love people and communicate and commune with people on their level, um, until we get to our higher calling. And that's the beauty of being human.
I love that, but I will say,
Yeah, that at the end of the day, that's the concept, is love,
as
right?
well. Yeah,
That's my whole belief. If I don't get anything right
right,
while I'm here, I got to be able to love people,
right.
right? Um,
So could someone accuse you then of, like, essentially your God is love?
yeah, I mean, you could say that. I mean,
And the Bible says that love is God. Get her out of here, right? Five flavors, Rocher. You to savor, Rocher. Make sure you buy enough, Rocher. And share with neighbors. Cool pepper, cool pepper sauce, cool pepper sauce. Rocher, Rocher, Rocher. I don't listen. Honestly, I'm gonna let y'all peek behind the curtain, audience. I'm talking directly to the audience. I was
okay.
supposed to let her know that part of the show is me kicking people off. Sometimes I'll be kicking myself off, probably more than anyone else, but that is part of the show. Okay, I gotta do these things before, but don't y'all tell anybody my secret. Okay, all right, Venus, I'm back. I'm back.
Oh, okay. Glad you're back.
Was there a defining moment? When we're talking about energy and spirituality. Was there a defining moment for you when you knew music wasn't just a hobby, but your life's calling?
And yeah, way back in school, I've always done music since I was 5. I started playing the piano. I was playing classical music at the age of 5. Um, had very great moments learning the piano growing up, but once I got to high school is where I really started to be able to define my style, the things
Mhm.
that I liked, not just what was taught to me or put in front of me, but the things that I liked, which um, once I heard Chrisette Michele, I was like, wow, like that's me. Because honestly, I hated my voice because I felt like it sounded different than everybody else's. And so it wasn't until Chrisette Michele came out that I was like, okay, like okay, it's good. I couldn't hear, um,
Mm.
I couldn't hear what everybody else heard in me until I heard it in somebody else first.
Oh
Um,
wow.
so yeah, my journey with music has been, a long one. And so then I started writing music, wrote my first song, and I ended up winning a contest to be able to perform it in front of Andre Harrell. So I went to Houston, I performed in front of Andre Harrell, the late Andre Harrell. And then I did another song that won third place. These are my first two songs that I wrote. My second one I wrote won third place in a Ludacris contest. He was doing,
What?
yeah, he was doing a collab with Trojan Magnum condoms. And so I wrote a song and it won third place in that. So after that, I was like, I got the songwriting bug. I was like, okay, I love to write because I love English anyway. So I was able to just kind of find myself as a writer. And then COVID hit, and I was like, you know what? I got all these songs that I've written over the years, but I have no artists or celebrities to get them to. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to do them myself. And so then that's
Wow.
when I evolved into V3NUS.
That's when you evolve into Venus. That is cool. And you talked about writing. Do you write all your songs?
I do. Yeah, right.
Wow. What's that process like? Is it from like, I don't know, your experiences, just what you see, some combination?
It
How
is.
does that
It's a
work?
combination of my experiences and other people's experiences and things that I've seen. And like I wrote a song called Seymour. It's played on the radio in about three major cities and major markets, and it's not even been released. But one day I was talking to my sister from another mister, and we were talking about how life is supposed to be more than us just going to work and paying these bills. Oh my gosh, oh me, oh my. And so I got off the phone and I was like, man, that conversation sat with me, and I wrote a song. And then within an hour and a half, I sent it back to her, and she was like, we just got through talking about this. She's like, I'm over here crying. And so that song, which is yet to be released, was written just out of a whim, just out of a conversation. So that's basically how what my music emulates, is just everyday life and things that I've experienced and things that people around me have experienced.
Man, now that's cool. I never thought about that. Is there like a particular song that was especially hard or healing for you to write?
Yeah, one of my favorites that's out right now is "Live a Lie." Was one of the healing songs that I wrote. Uh, I I put a lot of myself into those lyrics and energy into that song, and so and then there's a few on the album, that the debut album, that one, yes.
See, I was trying to cue it up. I had a whole other, again, peek behind the curtain. I had a whole other song queued up. But now we gotta listen to this.
Okay.
Right? It's your fault you kind of did it.
Oh,
Just
let's
to
do
go
it.
ahead.
Let's do
This
it.
is Live a Lie, right?
I fell in love a time or two, but what is love when love don't love you? Foolish games we play, the heartbreak, the ache, bring sorrow and confusion,
Oh man.
hurt and pain. But it's better when there's no doubt. It's better the way it went down.
Oh man, if y'all want it, you gotta go get it.
Go get it. Go get it. YouTube.com/Venus. Go get it.
Man, let's go right there. Right there's the link tree that will lead you to all of her wonderful things. Who is Venus? Go out there and get it. The album is called Drink Menu. Please go get it. I mean, I know y'all gonna go get it because you want to hear more. I know you do. I know. So so that's a song you wrote. Talk to me about the feelings, like in the emotions. What was going on? I mean, as much as you care to share, what was going on in your life that made those lyrics resonate?
Well, just discovering what love truly is, and realizing that sometimes you can love people so much that you miss the fact that you're not being loved in the way that you're supposed to be or meant to be loved. And so that was just a realization, one of those moments where it's like, okay, I'm not going to stand for this anymore. This is and it's okay to let somebody go that's not loving you or serving you in the way that you desire. And so that was basically my release of said energies, and which opened the door for me for, over a period, it opened the door for true love. And so that's one of my, that song is always dear to me. It put me in my Sade vibe, because like I said before, that is my favorite artist, and it really gave me that connection to her music, but I was able to do it in Venus's way.
Man, that is good. So now you get back into the energy, right? Doing it Venus's way.
Yes.
So your first step was, so there's a story of the buffalo. I know it sounds crazy, just out of nowhere.
Okay.
Or rather, the American bison. One of the things it recognizes is that while most critters, right, squirrels, whatever, small animals, or even wolves and things of that nature, when there's a storm coming, they run away from it, right? And bison, like, has the logic to say, I'm going to go towards the storm because I'll get faster.
Yeah, it's always going to be chasing you.
It's always going to be chasing you. You're only prolonging.
But what's it then?
Right? So the idea, like, even with your energy, I could stay with this bad attitude person, right? They may be a beautiful person, but just not for you. And I could try to fit that jigsaw puzzle piece that we both know don't fit. I could try to make it work, or I could stop living this lie, as the lyric goes.
Yeah.
And like the bison, head into the storm, which is the tough part, breaking up.
Absolutely.
Right? Moving on.
Absolutely.
Giving them a space to emote, and then go find your person. I'm helping you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's awesome, man. Now the song I had queued up. Okay. You know what? I'm not gonna play you my first favorite. I'm not gonna play you my second favorite.
Okay.
Right? Here we go. Take a listen. This is H2O.
There's something in the air tonight, rolling in the sky like summer rain. All I know, it's got me feeling right, moving like the blood within my veins. It takes two, baby. The situation's perfect for a pair, me and you, baby, flowing like a river in the air, crashing down on me like a thief in the night. Heart on pause, no beat, it don't feel right. I was unaware before, but love don't live here anymore. So give me the green light, give me the green light. Can't escape this feeling.
Ooh. All I'm saying, if you want more Academia X, go get that immediately. It's pre-sale. It's up for pre-sale, correct? Oh, hang on. There she is. I think you muted. Hang on. But we got too excited. You over there muting yourself?
I tried to unmute myself.
There we go. I think we were both trying to unmute you.
I was like, I was trying to talk. I couldn't talk. But yeah, yeah, go pre-save it. It's up for pre-save. So that song H2O is special to me because number one, it features the only it's the only feature song on my album, and it features my fiance T, which we wrote that was the very first song we wrote together, sitting in the car in a parking lot, and so we wrote this. We had this track from a super dope producer named J Rel. Now J Rel writes for Tyrese, Music Soul Child. He is a dope artist and writer himself. And he graced me with a couple tracks on the album. The very first song, "Vibe on Ice," in this song is from him. And him and I worked on this track. We put it together. We built this track, and then one day I was listening to it in the car, and my fiance was like, "That's dope." And so we just started writing, and he helped me write to it. And so he is the only feature on this album. And so love that's just a special song for me. I had to put it on there. And that was in my that was me in my Erica Badu bag, I guess you could say, for that song.
Man, when I tell you, like it's one of those songs that you put on, and as soon as you hear it, you're like, because I skipped some of the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
It does put you in that space of like, oh, it's about to be lo-fi. Like, what is this? Like, yes,
Yeah.
it feels kind of familiar. Then it's like slap. It's like familiar. This is original Venus, right?
Yeah.
This is original Venusian, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I was gonna ask you. You hit me with the question beforehand, or with the answer before I even asked. It's like, who is that in the background? So T can sing as well.
Oh, he can sing as well. As
Okay, okay.
well.
And do y'all write many songs together? Or
Yeah,
just like a,
we since we've been together, we have so many songs, so many albums ready that we have a gospel album, we have jazz, we have funk, we have R&B. Like we really have a plethora of songs. So when we start and we come out, it's just gonna be an arsenal. We're just gonna be pop, 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 pop. So there's no genre that we haven't touched. Well, I take that back. Um, there's maybe a couple genres we haven't touched.
I'll tell you, you got some EDM? You got
I
some
have
EDM
some,
out there?
I do. I have some
You
EDM.
got country, I know, with, is it 10,000
Miles.
10,000 miles? Right. I was like,
Mhm.
yeah. What's the genres that you haven't tried yet, but you're curious, at least curious, and dipping your toe in?
There's nothing that I'm curious. There's probably some genres like uh, some rock genres, some genres of rock that will probably that I haven't, that's just not for me. Not rock in itself, but there's places of rock, there's some genres that are real far reach for me to do that I probably will never touch. I don't have an interest in, but most of them are in our bag. So
Okay. Listen, I want a close up on her face. Producer, help me out. Give me a one shot. Okay. Because I'm going to ask her a question.
okay,
You don't have to answer, but here
uh
it is. Here it is. When I say the word to you, like when I say the title, Another Shot,
mm.
what does one feel? Or what do you want them to feel when you hear just a little bit before the singing actually starts? What do you want them to feel once it starts and then the tone shift? What are we to feel here?
So, what are you doing for date night? Well, let me introduce you to Woo Your Boo, the app that suggests date ideas to couples based on their love language. Woo Your Boo allows you and your boo to swipe and match on date ideas in your area. Plus, you get information on how to speak your boo's love language. You can also set reminders for special occasions, like the anniversary or birthday you bought a last-minute gift for. You didn't think we knew about that, did you? Discover things that you both know you will enjoy. Let Woo Your Boo help you keep the fire burning.
Okay, so another shot. Another shot is kind of an eerie song. The energy of chaos, maybe confusion, maybe a pulling of two sides, turmoil that's within. It's a quiet chaos. When I say chaos, it's not just bam, bam, but it's just quiet. It's internal. But that's why I shot the video on water. I love the element of water. And so water is calming. In this video, it's a calm water. And so another shot is in an element of its own, almost like water, where it can crash but it can also calm. And so another shot is one of my favorites on the Drink Menu album. I hope people can relate to the lyrics. I talk about relationships a lot because relationships, again, are our connection. They're not just all relationships that are it doesn't have to be just physical or sexual, but also all kinds of relationships, family, friends. And so those drive us. But I wanted to use, even though I don't drink per se, I wanted to use something that connects us, that we all know. And alcohol can alter how we think or move or would move. And sometimes it can enhance our movements. It can bring out, things that we wouldn't do that we want to do. It gives you that liquid courage that they say. And so Another Shot is one of those songs where it's okay. Are we going to make good decisions or are we going to make bad decisions at the end of the song? What's up?
Ooh, see, I didn't get that at first. I like that. It really is what's the old man in the sea sort of thing, or the person at the fourth who comes to the fourth road.
Basically,
the road that led us here is the road that led us here.
Yeah.
Right. I've had maybe too many, maybe just enough. I don't know. Yeah. But which way are we gonna go?
Which way are we gonna go? And I also said use the word another shot because again, I don't drink, but if you take another shot for me, that's the whole overall essence of the song.
Well, I'm not gonna hold it up. Sorry. I'm not gonna hold that up. I think we need to just go ahead and take a listen for ourselves and let the audience decide.
Okay.
This is another shot by our wonderful guest, V3NUS. Here we go.
Trouble is on my head, devil is on my shoulder. I could outrun the storm, but pain just follows me, so I'll take it like a lady. Smile when my heart is breaking. Whoa, drowning deep within my sorrows. Oceans ain't meant for swimming. Waves of regret are sure to follow. Hard to believe that this is it. So take another shot for me. I ain't got nobody else to blame, no. Flooding in my head, it's a brainstorm. Shitty weather always brings the rainbows. I hope you got everything that you came for. Oh, why you wanna play me? Hate these stupid games, they always drive me crazy. So I'll just walk away, or you're just gonna hate me. I'll take it like a lady, smile when my heart is breaking. Whoa, drowning deep within myself. Oceans ain't meant for swimming. Waves of regret are sure to follow. Hard to believe that this is it all. So take another shot.
Oof. If you want to hear more, and I know you do, Academia X, go ahead. Right there in the comments. Click the link tree.
Click the link.
Right? Click the link. Go get it. Just do yourself a favor. Fellas, do the ladies a favor. Ladies, do your man a favor. Like, I love that men, okay, some men, I'm not even sure if I can with any confidence say most, but some men are constantly asking what women want, what are they thinking, what's on their mind. Like the signs are there. Right? Like, listen, I know you did some coaching, correct?
Yes.
We're gonna have to have you just come back to talk about coaching and community.
Right.
I'll turn this into a VH1 or something, man.
Okay.
Right?
I would love to.
Oh man, but I gotta be mindful of your time.
I gotta say, in this link tree link that's going across the screen right now, once you click on that, you'll see a pre-save button. When you hit that pre-save button, it actually, once you save it to your favorite outlet, whether it's Spotify, Amazon, you did Amazon Music earlier, right, Jay Zilla? So once it does that, it allows you to actually watch the music video for another shot before anybody else. That music video doesn't come out until June. You get to watch the whole video by just as a thank you from me, just by pre-saving the album. So I thank you in advance.
Now, how does someone go back to it? Like, is that something is a one-time watch?
It is. It's a sneak.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a sneak peek. It's a little premiere just for you.
Listen, we be trying to like, okay, let's find out how we do it, and I've already watched it, and it's gone. Yeah, I like that. So it's like you gotta,
Yeah, quick time.
There it is.
Yeah,
just click it. We'll just stick to music.
But you know what? You know what? You can pre-save it. I'm pretty sure you can pre-save it. I don't know if you can pre-save it to Spotify because you did Amazon. If you could do your pre-save to Spotify, it might let you watch it again. So
I'm gonna have to find another email.
That's funny.
Listen, I have repented from those dark days where I had 167 emails.
Right.
Took advantage of those free trials and things, right? Now that I'm an adult, with,
you only got like 4 or 5.
Producer, kick me off for that.
Yeah.
She is taking over. I have no reason to be here anymore. That was good. So musically, because you're just gonna have to come back. I got that commitment, right?
Absolutely.
You heard that. Absolutely. Okay. You'll just have to come back, and then because I really do. I want to have this spiritual talk.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I'm gonna bring a friend. I know you'll have a friend.
I mean, I don't have a friend. I don't have many friends.
Oh, okay. I thought
because of the spiritual talk.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring a guest, and we definitely will have this conversation. I love those conversations, and I'm always looking for people that are open to having those conversations because, at the end of the day, we're gonna come back to, do I love you at the end of this conversation? And if you still love me, then you are what you believe, what you say you believe. So
right, and I think that's something that you are looking at the spiritual side of it, right? I'm looking at what the Bible says we should be exhibiting as Christians, which is I have no choice but to love you if I'm going to follow God's.
Right. You do, We'll have that conversation.
You have a choice.
I don't want to keep you asking you questions.
Okay, all right. I know. I'm listening.
I'm gonna wait. I'm saving for you.
I love it. I love it. So, okay, next time, community, next time, your like community projects, you're teaching, you're coaching,
Mm.
and we'll definitely get into that. But um, I don't know, like what's next? I guess for Venus, because you got the Fire album that's coming out. What's the date again?
May 5th, 25th. Actually, next Sunday. Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, I'm my father's son. I'm trying to stay cool,
Yeah, May
but
25th.
I
What?
think, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go out and I think I'm gonna have to get the album, listen to it a couple of times, and then have to come back home.
That'll be great. We're gonna do a we're also doing an album release party. So everybody stay tuned.
Ooh,
Hop on my socials so you know where to be, when to be. We'll do a live stream as well. So nobody that's not in Funky Town will miss it, you know. But if you're in the DFW area, we definitely want you to come up, show up. So I can't wait to also come back and revisit that with you, after the album is released.
oh man, that is great. All right, okay, okay, stay calm now. Whew. Gotta do my breathing, you know what I'm saying?
Woosah.
My box breathing, right? Wusa, I like that. Okay, so oh man, I don't want to let you go, but here we go.
Okay.
Um, what? Okay, out of all the artists out there,
Mhm.
what would be your dream collaboration? And give me, I want the layers. Like
Okay.
there's umpteen amount of money in the world.
Mhm.
It all somehow flows to you. You can now put together your dream team. I'm
Okay.
saying writer, co-performer or performers, producer, everything. Just lay it out for me.
Okay. As my writer, I would. Ooh, there's a couple of people, but Tank is one of them. I think Tank is a great songwriter. Um, Babyface is a dope songwriter, so that'd be on my writing team. That would write with myself and my fiance. Now, if you've been listening to what I've been saying,
Hmm.
you know who my first choice for collaboration would be. Who is that?
Oh, it's gotta be Sade, man.
Gotta be Sade. Okay, so I would love to have Sade. Another artist that I really would love to do a collaboration with is Damian Marley. Um, Damian and Stephen Marley. I think they're. I think his lyricism, the way they write, and the topics that they write about are in the vein of what I love, and it's also the reggae music which I grew up on as well. So that would be a dope collaboration for me. Um, Alanis Morissette would be on my writing team as well. Um,
Hmm.
she's a great storyteller, a fabulous storyteller, and that's also paved the way I write today. And then producers, um, eh, uh, first and foremost, my hubby is an amazing producer, and I. Oof, goodness, there's so many producers I would love to work with. But I feel like I have some of the best in the industry right now. Um, Timbaland is one that I've always wanted to work with Missy and Timbaland. If I had both of them in the pocket, oh my goodness,
Hmm.
that's a whole nother genre and element by itself that I'd be able to tackle. Uh, so yeah, my dream team, ooh, oh my goodness. And then engineers. I have the dopest engineer in Texas currently. Shout out to OZ at Element Studio, Element Sound. He is one of, eh, wow. I can't even express enough how dope he is. So if you're in the area, make sure you check out OZ. It's hard to get in there. He stays
Hmm.
booked because he's that dope. But I've also worked with some other producers outside of that. I always come back to OZ because he knows how to develop a sound for an artist. And he also understands what's hot and what's current, or how you can make it your own and be relevant in the same vein of what's current. Um, so yeah, I have, I've also, with my vocals, as you hear in like Live Alive, there's some songs that you'll hear. I have a vocal arranger who's super, super, super dope. It's Tony Ballard. Um, he just finished a tour with Wu-Tang. He's worked with great artists, Music Soul Childs, some other super dope artists. Um, so super dope vocal arranger and artist himself. So that's my dream team. The list goes on, but that's the core of the dream team.
Man, you about to be like Ray Charles when he was like at the orchestra in the
Uh-huh.
recording studio.
Yeah.
Like, y'all gonna give me a budget. You say I get to do what I
You
want. Like, okay, let's do it.
Hey, I'm bringing the strings. I'm bringing all of that. All of
Yes.
that. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Oh man, that is good. I okay. Uh I want this is a wacky idea that no one should ever agree to. So don't feel pressured. Don't
Okay.
feel pressured. I
Okay.
want to write a song with Venus and T.
Uh-huh.
I want to hear music and I want to put lyrics to it. It could be as silly or whatever. Like I know I'll be weighing this ship down. How does someone come off the street and say, "Man, I got this idea for you, and I want to do X, Y, Z"? How does that work? How do you break into the industry as far as writing?
As far as writing, see, that's a great question because that was something that I had to discover myself. I wanted to start out as a writer, not necessarily an artist. And then because I have a shyness to me, although I have a confidence, I have a shyness to me. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do be anonymous and an anonymous artist, and then, but really, it's about being true to oneself. And so, if you're writing a song with me, it's just telling your story, who you are, what what motivates you, and what you're trying to relay to your audience, what your messages are, what you're trying to convey, what emotions are you trying to evoke. And so we go from there and try to figure out what genre does that fit into, what production sounds do you need, and put it all together and try to make something that is Jayzilla or whoever.
Ooh. So, are you one of these that are music first, and then
I
you write the
am.
lyrics?
Music to me has to write itself.
Right.
I am definitely a music first. When I hear something, it either um, it either sends some visual signals to me because I'm very visual. So if I can picture a movie by it, or paint a picture, paint a portrait, or see a music video to it, it's writing itself easily.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. Tell the good people where you can see. And now, one of your favorite podcasts in the whole wide world, Urban Academia, with Chulo Rich and Jay Z.
I'm sorry, I missed it.
No. I said just tell the folks where to go, why they should go, and then one of your now favorite podcasts in the whole planet, Urban Academia, and let them know where to watch.
So yeah, there's a ticker down here, and that well, it went away. Okay, so there's a link tree. You can go and find there it is. You can find everything that you need to know about me on that link tree. Who is Venus? You can also go to my website, whoisvenus.com, and connect with me there. I am Who is Venus on all social platforms, and on YouTube it's / Who is Venus. Check me out. Check out my music. Please, please, please pre-save the album, the Drink Menu album. You won't regret it, and I will be eternally grateful. We also have a chance to win some super dope merch that is not available to the public, and you get to see the video before anybody else. You're, which you this. Let me just be clear, this is my debut album, and this is also my debut interview for the album, only right here on Urban Academia.
Hey, you can't do better than that, right? Usually I do a little spiel. I tell you to go ahead and get you some cookies and cakes in the green room, but I'm gonna skip all that. You heard the recap. Shoot for your dreams. Energy is real. Be careful who you give it to. All that kind of stuff. Common sense ain't coming is what they say. Join us each week as we try to acquire some. Most notably me. So, Venus, thank you so much for being there. Thank you for T for letting us borrow you 6 minutes or so over time. You know, I know how we fellas like, come on, man, like I need my girl back, right? But for being here, thank you so much for being here. And
Listen, go
uh-huh.
ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Make sure they're pretty safe so they can hear our number one song. Our number one song. Are we coming back to that?
yes. Look,
Okay.
man, like you're a great producer, right? Yet another talent we discovered from Venus.
I couldn't leave them without that one.
Right, because I said I'm not going to show you my first favorite song. I'm not going to even let you hear my second favorite song. We went to the third, and then we back to the second, or we did the second, and now here is my favorite song on the album, and it is this one right here. Peace.
I gotta apologize for calling you this late.
My bad. I just wanted to talk to you for a second.
I told myself 1,000 times
I guess
that I would stay away.
look, I've been thinking, and I just wanted to tell you that.
But I can't shake the feeling that is you.
I wanted to see you.
What am I to do? What am I to do?
I was just wondering if I could.
This alcoholic got me speaking true.
Maybe see you tonight.
What am I to do? What am I to do? Loving you's a temporary fix. I know phones and alcohol don't mix, but when we
I can't wait no more. I'm in a vintage David Ruffin limelight to stay in the